It's about 7 o'clock, sitting here in Dakota Velcamp's office, aka his truck. Stopped here at the coffee shop this morning to fish out my dad for a quick interview for my career project. So, Dad, I understand that you're in the wheel business, so I'm just going to ask you a few questions here. First question: what is a normal day for a man working in the business of wheels?
Well, the wheel business is a broad spectrum. There's a lot of different things in the wheel business. There's sales, there's logistics, there's delivery, there's marketing, a lot of phone work. Seems to me more phone work than anything. You got to be real handy. You got to be able to talk to people. You got to be able to converse with different people. And you try for different markets. We have all different markets. We have local markets. We have good markets that are in northern Montana. We got real good markets that go into Texas. We got some real good customers in Australia. We have Melbourne and Sydney and Gold Coast. And then we have a lot of Swedish customers, mostly in central Sweden. And we even send stuff into Belgium, some into Russia. You look at all aspects of where you can send wheels. And then sometimes you try to buy wheels that are in a slow market. You try to buy them cheap and bring them to a market that they're going to work in, so you can buy snow wheels in Southern California and sell them into Montana. It's going to make pretty good sense. So anytime you can make a buck on it, you try to optimize what you're buying and where you're selling to make your gain. Sometimes you play off the exchange rate from different countries. So right now, to speak of, it's the dollar's 90 cents in Australia. So your dollar's worth a little bit more than it is over there, so you can make a little bit of a gain there. So there's all different aspects. But the normal day is just spent making cold calls sometimes, calling customers, and just trying to keep things going.
Turning over rocks, that's what we talk about.
That's what we do.
Second question: how did you get started in this business?
Well, I used to sell, I have a body shop. That's another income stream we have, but I had an opportunity early on. I was sponsoring Ultra Wheel in the Mickey Thompson series, and then just so happened that they got rid of their co-driver, and I ended up being the co-driver in the Mint 400, and then in the Baja 500, and then turned out to be the Baja 1000, and I'm riding with the owner of a major wheel corporation, and there was a guy that was selling all their blims and returns, and he was going to retire, and I saw an opportunity, and so I asked if I could have that position, and that was in 1989, and I've had it ever since. When Dakota was born, there was a company called Colorado Custom. It was a wheel company as well, and I thought, well, if they could have a Colorado Custom, we could sure have a Dakota Custom, and so that's how our company got its name. So that was when Cody was rolling around with me in a little baby basket, and it's still Dakota Custom to this day.
That's crazy. Number 3, how could one qualify to work for you?
Well, it's the best way to qualify is to be born into the family. That's probably your number one qualifier. And it's a business that I've kept kind of a dormant business per se. We use it, we do it, we work it, but it's not worked to its full potential because I spend a lot of my time in the body business. But we run the wheel business as well with the intent of there being a business for Dakota to move into when he gets his education and he gets his business background formally. Then he'll have a business to move into and grow, and eventually then we'll try to sell out of the body business at that point when I'm closer to retirement time, and Dakota will be up and running on his own in the wheel business. That's kind of the plan.
So working for you, I know that there's some benefits to it. Can you tell us what some of them are?
Sure. One of the major benefits is having some cash to take your girlfriend to the movies on Friday night. We work a lot of different avenues, a lot of hours. There's a lot of times where, after a baseball game on Saturday afternoon, Dakota will have to jump in the truck with me and go work. Or after formal the other night, he got home after midnight and had to get up at 4:45 and go to the swap meet with me in the morning. Well, that's a lot of extra effort. So takes a lot of extra hard work, but the benefits are you got some money in the bank, you got some cash in your pocket, you have an avenue to go to. You're not wasting a bunch of time playing video games and goofing off, and your mind is clear on how to do commerce, and that's a big thing to understand. You know, usually kids when they're 18 years old don't get what it takes to do a deal. A lot of times the basis of making a deal is based on gaining the trust of the customer, and that's an art within itself. So if you can learn how to buy, and you can learn how to sell, and you can learn how to manage money, when you come into money, you'll do a whole lot better job of managing your risks and being able to manage your accounts and diversify your company.
So, knowing you for 18 years of my life, I know that you have other avenues of making money just besides the body shop or wheel business. What are the other sideline moves you make to get more money?
Well, we have a couple ways. With the body shop, you're always in touch with vehicles. We do a lot of street rods, custom cars, collectible cars. We buy and sell collectible cars, and we sell them into some of the major auctions like Barrett-Jackson or Russo and Steel or Silvers or some of those other major auctions. And we have another company that we supply. It's called Steel Dreams, that sells collector cars, and we do some of the marketing ourselves so that we can work on them, we can build them. We make some cars that go into like the major shows, like SEMA show in Las Vegas and some of the other major deals. We also have a skateboard company where we make longboard skateboards. We manufacture them and we market those. We're just getting that now off the ground, where we're trying for a market into Northern Australia. Perth, Australia is where it's mostly sparking up right now. We got some action here locally with Ecology Auto Wrecking is buying some for promotional, and this is the high-end longboard company. We also have rental properties where we have rental units, apartment building, things like that for future. You know, where you have to, if you're own business, you have to make your own retirement. So that's one of the few things that we do. And then we also have the wheel business, of course, and the body shop's the mainstay. The body shop buys the groceries, but the wheel business is really the money maker of the deal.
So, being in the business for like 20 years, what would you change about it?
I would change probably about it. I would rather see in the wheel business, I'd rather see where the manufacturers control the sales in a little bit different way. When it was initiated in the late 80s, the early 90s, all wheels from these companies were sold in a three-tiered system, which was real protected. And a three-tiered system would mean the manufacturer would sell to the wholesaler, who would sell to the store, who would sell to the customer. And so there's a profit taking in all three tiers, and that's protected. And that's a better way to do your marketing and a better strategy for doing your sales, because then you're protected as the middleman. But if the manufacturers sell direct to the customers, it takes out the middleman and it takes out the retailer. So now your wholesaler profit line is gone, your basic retail profit line is gone, and the factories sell direct. So with the initiation of the internet, it's taken part of the game away. And so you have to rethink it and restructure and be allowed for technology. And also with the invent of the internet, it's become where wheels have become more accessible to the common man. So it's just a little different. You have to change your strategies along with the times, and you have to stay current.
Well, that's all the question I have, Dad. Thanks for stopping to take this interview, and I'll probably catch you after school.
That sounds good, son. Real proud of you. You're doing a great job.